Okay, so I just want to show you guys how to use the online designer on our website. My dad actually has concession stands and he sells hot dogs. And so he's asked me to make some signs up that say no outside food or drink um, for some yard signs. And so I could go into Illustrator or Photoshop and design these signs, and I set the artboard size up and then upload that artwork. But I really find with something simple like this, it's faster to just use our online design tool since it's basically a text sign. And so I'm going to go with digitally printed. They're very simple, but digital print is more cost effective at lower quantity. So in this case, I'm going to do 10 for him, and then we'll do double-sided. And then I don't need any additional options, but if there were there'd be extra cutting or adding a union bug, things like that. But we don't need any additional options. These are pretty straightforward signs. And then I'm going to click the online designer here. So these are 24 by 18s, which are very, very standard size. We do over 500,000 of these a year. So real quick, just add new text. Very straightforward. And I think, okay, so this is popping up, and if this was my first time here, I might kind of read through this and just kind of understand and use this to help understand what I'm looking at here. But I'm going to go ahead and skip that little tutorial there. And my first line is going to be please. So I'll just click in the text box here, double click it, and then please, just like any other editor or design tool. Works pretty similar. And I think I'm going to make this 128. And then I want just a friendlier font. So I like this Philosopher font. We've got a whole bunch of fonts here, but I think this is kind of a friendly font. And then since these are full color, I'm just going to go ahead and make this a different color. And then I'm going to add more text. And I can make this one say no outside food or drink. All uppercase. Don't mean to yell, but it's not allowed. And make this bold maybe, and extend this out. And you can see I just very simply I made the size larger. Now I've got a little bit of an advantage here because I've designed this once already, so I know what I'm going to do. But it's pretty easy to play around with either way. And so, or maybe not. Yeah, I think that looks better at 225. Okay. Maybe this is a little bigger, 200. A little bit louder, please, there. Okay. And so rather than adding new text here, I want to copy this text or this kind of format. So I'm going to hit Control-C and Control-V, and that'll copy and paste a new version for me. The other thing I can do is I can just click this, and I can click Copy and then paste up here. And then I'm going to take this down here. And I'm just using the scroll on my mouse to move up and down on the graphic here. And so I'm going to say concessions are open. Actually, I want this to be a little smaller, I think. So that's maybe where that concessions are open. Support your community parks. And so his concessions actually support the parks that they're in. And so this is true. When you buy from the concession stands, you're actually helping to pay for the fields and the parking lots and all the people's hard work that go into maintaining everything. So, okay, now I really want to make sure that everything is nice and centered, and I'm going to set this off just to kind of show you exactly what it can do. But if I can hold down Shift and select multiple items here, and then I just want to make sure everything is text centered. But if I go down here and click on More, then I can actually use this, Align Center. And you can see it, I forgot to have this selected, Align with Canvas. So if this is deselected, like it is now, and you hit Align Center, it just kind of aligns all the selected objects to the center. But if I select this, Align with Canvas, and then hit Align Center, then you can see everything is nice and centered. And you want to make sure, if something's supposed to be centered in your design, you want to make sure you actually use the centering tools, because on your screen it might look pretty nice, but if once you blow this up to a big sign, maybe it's a big banner that you're designing or something else, you will notice if something is a little bit off, because even though it might be an eighth of an inch off on your screen here, that might equate to several inches. It could be on your sign, depending on the size of your sign. So concessions are open. Support your community parks. You know what? I'm just going to go in here, double click, and then hit open. Okay. Pretty straightforward. This is pretty easy. A very simple design. You could get into more complex designs. I could add images and shapes, and then we will be adding more templates in the future. Clip art. There is a little bit of clip art that exists already in the gallery here, so all that stuff's very easy to add. But this is exactly what I'm looking for right now. So I am going to leave that. I'm going to continue. And I don't have to worry about a back here since I want the front and back the same. I know that the guys in production will take care of this. And since I have a double-sided sign and I'm only uploading one file, they're going to know to print that on both sides. And so save and add that to cart. And then I want to add some stands here. So this is nice. It pops up. There's other ways to add stands just by going up to the yard sign products on the website. But I can click the stands. And then I wanted to add, I need to add 10 stands. And continue checkout. And then just showing me some additional products there. But anyway, and you can see I've got my order here, and I can continue. And then I can include payment details and shipping address and go through all of that good stuff. I'm not going to show all that in this video for sake of time, but that is pretty straightforward. Enter the correct details and then enter the credit card number here, and you can save this card. So it's available for you next time. It is securely saved by Authorize.net. We don't actually hold on to the data at all. And they do it, and they know what they're doing with that. And so that just makes it really super easy to check out. But once you're done with all of that, agree to the terms. You can add some notes here and complete the order. And we will get those printed and off to you right away. So thank you very much for watching. I hope that helps. If you have any other questions, please let us know.